Hi, everyone. Welcome to our second episode of Mocktail Monday. We are so excited to be hosting New Hampshire Mocktail Month this January. We have some really fun content for you planned today. We've got another episode coming up next week, and you can catch a replay of the first episode on our YouTube channel as well. So today we have Jesse from the Mocktail Project, who's going to walk us through a fun mocktail that you can make at home. And we also have EJ from our team, who's going to tell you a little bit about New Hampshire Mocktail Month.
Thanks, Carol Ann. We're really excited to be here today. You know, one of the cornerstones of what the New Hampshire Liquor Commission does is encourage responsible sale and consumption of alcohol. And 5 years ago, we created a program with Brown-Forman. So Brown-Forman is one of the largest American-owned spirits and wine companies and sells brands in over 170 countries. One of those brands is Old Forester. And just like the New Hampshire Liquor Commission, Brown-Forman is committed to responsibility. And well, we came together 5 years ago to create Live Free and Host Responsibly, a program that encourages the responsible consumption of alcohol. And this year, we're excited to launch New Hampshire Mocktail Month. And there are a number of great ways to participate in Mocktail Month. More than 24 restaurants have added mocktails to their menus. We've also created a recipe book that's available at liquorandwineoutlets.com/responsibility, where you can try your hand in making mocktails at home or go out to your favorite bar or restaurant and enjoy a mocktail in person. And a significant partner in this project is Jesse Hawkins from the Mocktail Project. And we've had the great opportunity to work with Jesse over the course of the past 2 years. And his mission is one of great importance to us. And he has some fantastic mocktails that he's created over the years, and a special one to share with you today. So I'll turn it over to Jesse to talk about the Mocktail Project and the work that he does.
Hey, thanks, EJ, and thank you for tuning in. For those who didn't catch the episode last week, I am Jesse Hawkins, the founder of the Mocktail Project, and we are a mission-based project that is truly focused on creating a safer and more inclusive drinking culture. We were founded in 2017, and over the past 4 years, we've now served over 30,000 alternative options. In something like 25 states. I've personally poured and crafted great alternative options. And it was in 2017 that I actually formed my partnership with Brown-Forman, specifically Old Forester. And over the past 4 years, I've really had some incredible opportunities to be in social environments and to really help welcome more people into those social environments, whether you do drink or don't drink, or just pausing in between drinks. Some of those events were some of the largest whiskey festivals in the world, to working with Jackie Zayakan, the master taster for Old Forester, to help bring the first alcohol-free recipe to the Kentucky Derby in 2019, something that, as a Kentucky native, I was truly, it was a bucket list item for me. It was something that was really, really cool. And, it just speaks volume to what Brown-Forman Old Forester has been doing, but what they, not only say they're doing through, campaigns, but then actually put into action. And so 3 years ago, I had the opportunity to join the New Hampshire Liquor Commission. I came up and teamed up with Old Forester and Woodford Reserve, and we served some great alternative options at the tasting. And then last year was our very first campaign, to where we teamed up with over 20 restaurants. And now this year, that has really even elevated that to now 25 more restaurants throughout the state of New Hampshire is now serving alternative options that can also be paired with Old Forester. And so today we're going to make a great alcohol-free recipe, one that I enjoy both in the fall and in the winter. It has the combinations of some apple juice. It has black walnut bitters in there that's non-alcoholic. And then this really great syrup, which is a cherry bark syrup that has some cherry and vanilla flavor profiles in there. And so it's just this really kind of warm, good alternative option that can also be really enhanced with 2 ounces of Old Forester. And so to make this recipe, it's just going to be 2 ounces of your unfiltered apple juice. We're going to do 1 ounce of the maple syrup. That has the cherry and vanilla flavor profile notes in there. We're going to do 2 dashes of the non-alcoholic bitters. This bitters is actually a black walnut, so it just adds that nice earthy tone to it. And then just a 1/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. And for me, when I made the personal choice to stop drinking almost 7 years ago, I didn't even know what a mocktail was. I was probably 6 months sober when I walked into my first bar, and the bartender, handed me this menu, and I was definitely the individual just reaching for like a Coca-Cola or something like that, a sweet tea here in the South. He's like, no, he's like, we actually have an entire menu for you. And it was really that moment in time when I started thinking about, what it's like to be intentional and pausing and thinking about like who is going to be coming into your bars, and, not only for the individual that doesn't drink, but maybe the designated driver, maybe the expecting mother, or your individuals that wants to just go out and have one cocktail, but then transition over and pausing in between that next drink. You can have these really beautiful expressions, that are delicious, and that really enhances and elevates everyone's experience around the bar. Or, if you're having friends over, especially during the holidays, or right now we're participating in Dry January, you can go out, you can find all types of resources and all types of recipes. As EJ mentioned, we have over 20 different alcohol-free recipes. It's going to be on the webpage. And then I'll personally be sharing not only those recipes, but also original recipes on my social feed, which is at the Mocktail Project on Instagram. And you can find all types of original alcohol-free and alternative options there on social media. And so I hope that maybe you learned a little bit about not only the Mocktail Project, but when you're thinking about serving alternative options, for me, it's not about really creating or trying to mimic, a great cocktail, but it's really about just pairing great flavor profiles that, isn't completely filled with sugar. These can be healthier alternative options, but they can also be something that can be enhanced with a great spirit like Old Forester. And so for me, creating recipes is not only a great way to get into the kitchen and have fun, but it's also a great way to welcome everybody around the bar. And so with that, I'm going to turn it over to James, because I know that he has some great information about Old Forester. And I think that he's going to be making an old fashioned, one of my favorite go-to cocktails when I was drinking. But it's also a great cocktail that can be deconstructed into a mocktail. So cheers.
Thanks, Jesse. So if you guys are excited to see that cocktail with James, be sure you come back next week. Next week is going to be all about Old Forester. So if you are interested in mixing along with us next week, we are offering an exclusive coupon for $5 off Old Forester for users of our Passport app. So the Passport app is part of our 90 Days Around the World promotion. So you can visit 90daysaroundtheworld.com to find out how to download it to your iPhone or your Android phone. Jesse, thank you so much for mixing this mocktail with us today. Lots of great feedback so far on Mocktail Month. I'm sure this is going to become a yearly occurrence. And thank you so much for your participation and for coming on with us today.